Welcome everybody to the first of what I hope will be many videos on the Exiled RC channel. Just a quick rundown. I just want to start this channel mostly for video reviews and to have a go at it. But the other reason is I want to also show people who are into the RC hobby that they don't have to always spend a lot of money to do certain things. You know, some things you like to have high quality, and if you can afford it, go ahead. But I want to look mostly at people who can't afford or like to do things themselves, make their own things, tools, whatever that they can. So first off, I would like to show something I made about a year ago. I've only just sort of started doing a lot of soldering, and I decided that I wanted to buy a soldering station, and I thought, well, I can't at this point in time. Well, I didn't want one. I didn't know what to have, and I thought, for now, I'm not doing a huge amount, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not that great at it. Why spend a lot of money on it? And I had some spare scrap laying around from building reptile enclosures, and I had some left over, so I thought, well, why not use that and make something very similar? So to start off with, when I first made this, I had this thing, the arms for holding your wiring and that. I had a soldering iron, a different one than this. All these sort of things, the torches, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I decided I wanted to get into something that would basically be able to hold the soldering iron without me having to place it on the side of a bench or whatever, just like the real station, something to hold it in, something that could hold the wires and the Dean's plugs or whatever I'm soldering at the time in place. Now I thought, well, I've got a little bit left over, I might grab a box that I can put the tools I'm using in and things of this sort of nature. So basically what it is just melamine. It's cheap. You can use anything from pine to whatever. I just wanted to throw it together, and basically I just, you know, as you can see, it's not huge. What I did here was got a coat hanger and cut that, an old coat hanger, and just made my own coil. I don't know if the real soldering stations coils that hold the soldering iron heat sinked or anything to stop it from getting hot. They can be hot, so you got to be careful, and things like that. Yeah, basically, as you can see, I just painted the edges and everything. I used screws and nails to hold it all together. Pretty simple, but it works. It does its job. When I'm soldering, I can normally have the things I have laid out, and the tools and stuff laid out to the side, stuff like that. And then I have a bit of foam in here that I have for cleaning the soldering tip. But yeah, the general size of this thing, I've never actually measured it. I just sort of cut out what I needed. Well, there you go. It's 17 inches long, or 43 centimeters if you're going by Australian standards, and 6.5 inches, or 16.5 centimeters wide there. What I did was then I bolted this on to hold the wires, as I said. I noticed holding the Deans was still a pain. I had to still sort of bolt the Deans down like I've seen other people do onto the side, like clamp it onto the side of the benches. Didn't really like doing that half the time. I wanted to be able to hold it all here and have something else holding the wire, so I could keep my hands free to hold the solder and solder down at the same time. So I made this little piece here. It just stands up on a piece of an extra piece of melamine I had laying around, left over from that, which is about 6 centimeters, or anywhere from 2 inches to 6 centimeters high, and just added a top piece across it, which is again the same width as the actual thing. And as you can see, it's empty here, but I wouldn't lift on it too much. And what I did is I'm able to then grab a battery and use this block, which I cut out, just a simple crappy old block of wood, just real simple, hold that on there, and I'm able to grab the Deans and clamp the Deans down using a clamp, which is just a cheap nasty clamp I got from what is like Sam's here in Australia, or Crazy Clark's or something like that. I think they call them dollar shops in America. I think they call them here that too, I'm not sure what we just say what they are. Anyway, that there, you can deans it on, use this to hold the wire in place, and then your deans on. It's pretty simple stuff, and it's easy. And what I did with this block too is I grabbed that piece of wood so I can do that with it and turn it on the side for when I do the other side of the soldering, for the other side of the deans. That's pretty much all it is. It's very, very simple. I don't think there's much else I can say about it. Like I said, most of it's all held together with screws, just stuff I've left around. Anything you have left around for anyone who wants to make a simple soldering station, that's pretty much all you need to have and all you need to do. It's not the prettiest looking thing, you make it a lot prettier, but I feel that it's going to get dirty and gross anyway from all the soldering, so I'm not going to go through a huge amount of effort. So yeah, eventually if you want to upgrade, obviously you can get a better system and a better soldering station that does all the other ins and outs. But the way I see it is you might have to go off and buy then something to help hold the deans plugs if you find it annoying to have to bolt them down all the time or hold them in any way. But me, I'm pretty clumsy and I put my hand on things that burn and such when I don't realise. I'm always walking away with blisters and whatever. Alright, well, thanks everybody for watching, and shall see you later.